Boom! Michigan football recruiting is sizzling hot right now, guys. After the big 2023 commit on Sunday, Michigan has had commitments in back-to-back days, highlighted here by number 91 player in the country, Jordan Marshall, running back, big-time playmaker. Reminds me of Blake Corum. Most importantly, out of the state of Ohio, chose Michigan over Ohio State and several others. We're going to dive into this commitment that you probably saw Tuesday night, commitment that happened here on Wednesday, and then looking at Jadyn Davis, even looking at 2025's best quarterback, Bryce Underwood, all coming up on the Michigan Football Report. But did want to let you guys know, alert, we have relaunched our Instagram account. We had like 5,000 followers on it, 2019-2020 season. I don't know, I put some highlight up, Facebook flagged it, and they're like, oh, you got to do this copyright thing, etc. And I just never did it, and so I guess it's been too long, and they just deleted the entire account. So if you followed us in the past, you're no longer following. We have 3 followers as of right now, about 4 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. It's myself, it's producer Jack, and it is the Chat Sports account. So get in there, follow. I'm going to start putting a bunch of content on there, and let's get to 1,000 followers as fast as we can. We have got a lot to talk about in the Michigan Football Report coming up right now. We are presented by Conzuri Short Kings. We got you. Find a pair of heightened insoles or shoes and boost your height. Get additional 15% off with Conzuri. Go to conzuri.com/chat. Get yourself some height boosting shoes. If you're a little bit shorter than you like to be, raise up those Short Kings. You can now be a little bit taller thanks to our sponsor, Conzuri. All right, guys, you are watching the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. As always, I am your host, James Yoder. Michigan landed another 2024 commitment just a few hours ago, and his name is Ben Roebuck. He is out of St. Edward's High School in Ohio. 3-star. Ohio State fans are already chirping me on Twitter. Oh, Ohio State didn't even offer him a scholarship. Well, their loss, okay? Their loss, because if you've seen the Michigan-Ohio State offensive lines the last couple of years, you can clearly see that Michigan is recruiting better players, even though Ohio State's guys might have higher rankings majority of the time. Michigan's recruiting better guys for their program that fit what they want to do, and Ben Roebuck looks like one of them. Checked out his film just a little bit ago. Looks like he's just what Sharon Moore is looking for. 6'7", 320 pounds, out of St. Edward, one of the top 3 or 4 high schools in all the state of Ohio. 3-star, but he's got a potential to go up. Top 500 player overall, number 31 offensive tackle. I think he was 15th best player in the state of Ohio in the 2024 class. The 9th recruit in this class. Nice commit in 2024. So Michigan's back-to-back days adds to the 2024 class coming out of the big recruiting weekend that they just had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, before we dive more into the recruiting aspect and more on this show, we'll take a litmus test here, litmus poll. Better team, 2021 Michigan football, 2022. Had a little debate with a friend, a couple friends over text messages. Just want to get your perspective. So type 2021 or 2022 below. And hell, if you want to make a little reason behind it, go ahead and do that as well. All right, let's dive more into 2024 recruiting. Jordan Marshall. All right, top 100 player. I am super excited about this guy. Here's what he tweeted out. First of all, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my family, my friends, the Moeller community. Most importantly, I want to thank James Yoder for having the best show on YouTube. No, he didn't say that. I guess I just made that up in my head. He's committing to the University of Michigan. Tags a couple, his high school coach, and of course, Sharon Moore and Coach Steve Clinkscale. Here's the graphic that he tweeted out, just holding that committed sign, sitting on top of Michigan Stadium. Although, graphics guy who created this for him probably should know that Michigan doesn't wear the whites at home, so you have a little inconsistency there. Guy who made that graphic is Hayes Fawcett, was like the recruiting guru for the guru for recruits over the years, making edits for him on 3. This new recruiting service hired him. He tweeted this out because a lot of the recruits DM him, hey, I'm about to commit to Michigan tomorrow. Can you make me a stick edit? So he's actually got some pretty insight. Michigan recruiting is about to go on a run. Go blue. Patience. Okay, so maybe not happening right now. Patience is what he said. So we're going to dive into that potential recruiting bonanza for Michigan 2024, hell, even maybe 2025. But I did want to tell you first about today's presenting sponsor, and that is Conzuri. The Michigan Football Report is presented by Conzuri. Fellas, Are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Kanzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost too? We're all the same height lying down anyways, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, but they're fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time though, Kanzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% on top of their 30% site-wide discount. So you use promo code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat. You get 45% off, 30 to the running, and an additional 15% when you use code CHAT, kanzuri.com/chat. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoot game and confidence now at konzuri.com/chat. When I want to get high, I put on a pair of Kanzuris. The link is in the comments and the description of this video. Kanzuri.com/chat. We got a bunch of pairs here around the office. Guys are rocking them. Jack, I don't know if you saw this. Will, he's like 5'8", 5'7". Will Scott, hosts our Dolphins show. He got a pair, added 2.8 inches to his height. Instantly, we're just getting girls the bar coming up to him. I don't know if you saw that. So if you're looking for a couple extra inches vertically, maybe not down there either, but go ahead, check out kanzuri.com/chat. Promo code chat. So let's go back to this tweet from Hayes Fawcett of On3. Woohoo, baby. Michigan football, Michigan recruiting is about to go on a run. Exciting because I don't think you put that out there unless he is just working on the edits for the next guy to commit, right? There's another linebacker out of Ohio. A lot of people are speculating could commit in a matter of days, but I'm more interested in the quarterback aspect. Jadyn Davis, Bryce Underwood. Let's take, though, a look before we dive into those guys on the current 2024 class rankings. This is in the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Looking at the number 3 classes right now with 9 commits. That is your Michigan Wolverines behind Georgia, behind LSU. They get Jadyn Davis to commit here, folks. I don't know. Michigan might be up there at number 2, number 1. Now, it's still early, and I don't know if Michigan is going to compete with as many 5 stars as Georgia and Alabama and some others typically get. But it feels good where Michigan was at over the last year and a half in recruiting to be sitting there at number 3 here in March as we lead up to the spring game on April 1st. Is Jadyn Davis to Michigan? Is it happening? I just can't tell you the amount of vibes I'm getting out there from folks who are in and around Michigan football program, from folks in Ohio State who I sent messages to, and the word back was, Ohio State's got no confidence that he's coming there. At this point, I told you on Monday that he left, reportedly left. I'm not verbatim saying this. I don't know. I wasn't tapping Jim Harbaugh's office this time, but left, leaving Michigan coaches and staff and even the players and other recruits, leaving them with the word that Jadyn Davis wants to play at Michigan. Now, I mean, guys can go back to Charlotte, make different decisions. You go to sleep a Wolverine, you wake up who? Let's find out. But all eyes now with this commitment yesterday, especially. You get a running back visiting Michigan with Jadyn Davis. He commits 2 days later. Any minute now, right? 5 visits since last summer, so 5 visits in 9 months. I think all of them are basically on his dime as well. My take on this, though, is if he commits before or even during the spring game weekend next Saturday, April 1st, or that weekend, etc., I don't know if he's going to be there for it, so I don't know if that necessarily will coincide. As of now, I don't think he will be. Michigan instantly becomes, if they're not already, the hottest recruiting team in the country in all of college football, and Davis likely bops them up to the number 2 or even number 1 recruiting class. Guys, if you are pumped like I am excited for this recruiting class because I was down in the 2023 class. I didn't think Michigan was had the momentum coming off the Big Ten championship and the win against Ohio State in 2021. But it seems like these back-to-back years, recruits know what they're getting, and Michigan's finally probably putting some NIL things on the table, showing what Blake Corum, Blake Corum, J.J. McCarthy, and others are getting in NIL. Like this video, smash this like button, show love to the recruits that are watching this video, that they will get love from the Michigan football fan base if they commit to Michigan. So Jadyn Davis, is he the guy that Hayes Fawcett and some other Michigan recruits are saying, oh, it's hot, it's about to go down, Michigan's got to go on a run? Jadyn Davis, or could it be a different quarterback? How about Bryce Underwood? I am becoming, over the last week or so, infatuated, right? about a 15, 16-year-old boy. Okay, it sounds weird to say. Not anything other than his play on the football field and his location to Michigan. Now, Belleville has not always been good to Michigan over the years, but their coach just got fired for some off-the-field discretions, whatever. I don't know, paying players, whatever it was. So the shine. A lot of Bellevue guys have gone to LSU and even Kentucky, Michigan State. Not all have come to Michigan, despite it being within 30, 40 minutes away from Ann Arbor. He was in Ann Arbor yesterday. Second time in 10 days. There 2 weekends ago. Came back on a random Tuesday and is slated to come back to Michigan the weekend of April 1st for the spring game. Could he commit? It's an interesting predicament because Michigan had this a year ago with, I'm forgetting the kid's name, with Oregon, UCLA. I've just kind of blocked him out of my memory. Top 10 quarterback, state of Michigan. And then Lloyd Carr's grandson, right, had back-to-back 23, 24 quarterbacks that were in the state of Michigan. Now, Jadyn Davis isn't in the state of Michigan, but Bryce Underwood is the number one quarterback, top 5 player in the 2025 class. Michigan just can't miss on both of them. So they got to kind of figure out where it's shaken out. Now, Chris Ewald Jr. is Michigan's one of 2 Michigan recruits in the 2025 class, commits in the 2025 class. He's a top 50 prospect as of now, out of the South, cornerback. He quote tweeted that Hayes Fawcett tweet about Michigan going on a run with this little time emoji. It's just a matter of time. Michigan. Now, there's 3 of each. So does that mean 3 commits? We've already got 2. Okay, so we got Bryce Underwood. We got our boy from St. Edwards, the offensive lineman. Who's the third if this is indeed what he's trying to allude to? But since he's a 2025 guy, I kind of took this tweet different than the 2024 guys. Might he have more of a connection to his classmate, Bryce Underwood? There's so much speculation out there. I'm just trying to break it down for you as easily as I can and make as much sense of it because I don't think anyone, despite what they tell you, has any clue, Jim Harbaugh himself, what's going to happen with all these different recruits. I am now very pumped up about the future of this program. I think I was kind of down on it, right? Thinking about, wow, after this season, JJ could be gone, Blake Corum is gone, Diamond Edwards is likely gone. What does Michigan look like? They've really struggled recruiting running back and quarterback the last couple years. Looks like they've got the running back of the future, add to Cole Cabana and Benjamin Hall in the 23 class. They land one of these quarterbacks, I think it is on and popping. So give me a scale of 1 to 10. Comment below how excited you are in the future of Michigan football. 1 being not excited, 10 being very excited. I'm going to go an 8.5. Let's dive deeper on Michigan's 4-star top 100 running back, Jadyn Marshall, and really what he is bringing to the table for this program. I did want to remind you guys, though, if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for, right? We're putting out the most content. We're the most watched show for Michigan football on any platform, and we are the, of course, biggest YouTube show for Michigan football. Hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/Michigan TV. If you like the show, of course, as always, send that link to your friends. Tell them to join the party. Jadyn Marshall visited Michigan over the weekend, and I don't think Ohio State saw this one coming. He was the number 1 running back target, Michigan's number 1 running back target as well. But Mike Hart came in. A lot of people have criticized Mike Hart's recruiting, not capitalizing on the success of the running game the last 2 recruiting cycles. That is over with Jadyn Marshall. Top 100 kid. Picked Michigan over Ohio State, over Tennessee, and Wisconsin. Those were his finalists amongst, basically every school in the country that had interest in him or offered him a scholarship. I'm excited for a few reasons, right? I'm excited because it clearly indicates that Michigan can recruit high-level running backs, which is surprising. Like, who's running the ball right now better than Michigan? It also kind of puts a little notch in Mike Hart's belt that he went into Ohio and stole a player away from Ryan Day and that team. Despite what Ohio State fans may say, Ohio State absolutely wanted Jadyn Marshall. And how about this little stat? He is the highest-rated recruit from the state of Ohio that's committed to Michigan and I guess ended up at Michigan. So we're just going to say he's going to end up, obviously guys can decommit. There's still 9 months until he can sign his letter of intent. Since the 2013 class, you guys might even remember this name, DeMonte Thomas, who was a top 50 player in the 2013 class, safety. He did not have an Ohio State offer, though, so maybe that's why he didn't really pan out at Michigan. I don't even know if he lasted more than a year or 2 before transferring or whatever happened with him. I didn't really research it. I do remember the recruitment very well, but he didn't have an Ohio State offer in 2013. The last recruit from Ohio that had an Ohio State committable offer that Michigan landed was 2019 Nolan Rumler, who transferred after a couple of years. I think think he's at Indiana now, 4 or 5 years later. He was around a top 100, 150 player out of Akron Hoban High School. So big time get for Michigan going in and getting Ohio State's top running back, number 3 player in the state. Hey, Ryan Day, listen up, pal. The walls are closing in on you, okay? Just think about where you've taken this program. You've been there 4 years. You don't have a single win at home as Ohio State's football coach. Okay, right? Only one game. Okay, well, Michigan won. Michigan blew you out. You're not the favorite in the Big Ten next year. That'd be 3 straight years of not winning it after basically winning it 5 out of 6 years for the last 20 years. Basically, Ohio State win 3-4, not win 1, win 3-4-5, not win 1. The walls are closing in now. The tables are turning a little bit. Michigan won in Michigan Stadium. Then they won in Ohio State. Now they're favored with a quarterback and 2 running backs and all the talent, offense and defense they have coming back. And Ryan Day has to come up to Michigan this year. He loses a 3rd straight year, and now Michigan is getting some of the best players in the state of Ohio. The walls are closing in on you, Ryan Day, born on third base. Like Jim Harbaugh said, you better be preparing for that game in Ann Arbor in just over 8 months from now, because you lose that one, you're losing recruiting battles. Jim Harbaugh's got you figured out, pal, and it is over for you if you lose in Ann Arbor. Jack, Arizona State? That's what Braylon Edwards said. It might be next to go to Arizona State if it doesn't work out at Ohio State. So sad, Ryan Day. So sad indeed. So if you like that little rant in Ohio State, walls closing in on Ryan Day, give me a go blue down in the comments, baby. I'm feeling good about this Jordan Marshall commitment, and I think the writing's on the wall that Michigan's going to have a quarterback commitment in a matter of days, if not the next couple weeks leading into the April 1st spring game. One last quote here from Jordan Marshall I want to kind of put in front of you guys. He says, really, just me and Coach Hart got along, and that's my guy. We're like the same person, but their culture is very similar to Moeller, Cincinnati Moeller, a legendary high school program where he plays. And that's the things I look for going to a school, and which places can give me that. And I feel like Michigan can give you that, give me that, whatever it says. Then to take care of my family after football, their school is just amazing and speaks for itself. Jordan Marshall, Ohio's finest, Michigan's highest rated recruit since DeMonte Thomas, 10 years ago, but 11 classes ago for Michigan. A big time get. And I don't think it's the last one. I think it's going to be at least another 2 or 3 players in the state of Ohio with Ohio State offers, 4-star top 250 guys that end up a part of this class. Going to be a big time class for Michigan. One more reminder for you. We relaunched on Instagram. Be one of our first 100 followers, right? Be one of the first people to follow us there. I'm going to start putting a ton of content on there throughout the month of March and all off season long. And I'll probably make it the spot I put highlights and such of the show and then the Michigan football team once the season starts. So it's at Michigan Football Report on Instagram. Link is down in the comments in the description of today's video. Go Blue.